Cage Creations. I'm not with, I am Cage Creations. It's like, it's literally just me. So I'm here to give you a tutorial. You guys have been asking for it. I'm sorry, it took me a little bit, but I want to show you how to do a simple ombre. I say simple ombre, there's nothing simple about it. Are you ready? I thought it would be super cool to show you with the tumbler that I made the very first time I decided to make a tumbler. I looked at this beautiful glitter tumbler and I said, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. So anyways, it's been a couple $1,000s, many sleepless nights, a lot of work, and now we're here making TikTok videos, making YouTube tutorials. It's been a wild ride. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm gonna show you how to make, okay, I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm gonna show you how to make this. It's my very first cup that I ever made. Check out this beautiful ombre. I know! So let's get to it. Hi beautiful friend, I am so excited to show you how to do this beautiful ombre tumbler. Here you see me using the best epoxy. I love this one hands down. DIYEPOXY is my current favorite. I have close seconds, but DIYEPOXY, guys, it's stealing the show. And honestly, I have no idea how the entire world is not obsessed with it. Because how? They're amazing. Anyways, I'm using the fast set, so it's going to be a 2-2-1. I'm using 30 mLs of one part and 15 mLs of the other part. Then I just dump it all in a cup, and only because I'm using 30 ml little containers to measure, so I can't really put 30 plus 15, that's 45. I can't put 45 in the 30 ml container, so I have to transfer it into a little bigger cup for me to be able to mix my resin. But guys, if you are one of those people like me, let's be real, we have other things to do in life. I don't have time to babysit my resin. I barely, oh my gosh. Guys, I'm a mom. I got 2 kids. I don't have time to be mothering my epoxy as well. I'm not going to mix for 5 minutes in 1 cup, then spritz with alcohol and mix it for another 5 minutes, let it sit at room temperature, make sure the moonlight is touching it exactly right. Nope, I don't have time for that. I'm going to mix very vigorously, make sure everything is combined. I do scrape off my popsicle stick, and then I mix again, make sure I scrape off my edges, but I just mix pretty fast. Mix like crazy. I mean, this video is 2 times speed, but I do mix really fast if you've ever seen my lives. This part, I am not worried about the bubbles, and let's be realistic, even for my top coats, I'm not worried about the bubbles because I'm going to pop them with my torch regardless. So for this, I'm mixing really fast. I care even less about the bubbles because I'm going to be using it as my thin layer to apply my glitter. So all I want to do is make sure I mix really fast. I honestly don't even mix for 5 minutes. I mix until the consistency is, not the consistency, I'm sorry, until I can no longer see like the ribbons, until it's clear. And if you can't see how clear it is because of the bubbles, just you can dip your finger in it and look at it, and as long as there's not those ribbons that you can see at the beginning and it's nice and clear, you can use it. So to apply my glitter, I like to use what's called the Epoxy Method. This is it. All you do, I'm using, just dip your finger and that's it. That's the exact measure. I know it's very complicated, very exact, very sciencey. So if you're gonna just dip your finger and just work it down the cup. I like to start from the bottom of my cup and just work it down, work it, and here we go. So I'm gonna start using my glitter, right? Guys, I was so excited about this one because 2 of them are the same name. I will link them down below, but one is from Painted Valley Designs and it's Maddison. Amazing, I love it, it's beautiful. This is the one that you see me using down here below. The other 2 are Amethyst, and one is from Dandelion Meadow Designs and the other one is from Mr. Fancy Pants. Now let's get started with this ombre tutorial. Oh my god, okay, we're ready. So I like to do my ombre from the darkest color to the lightest color, so that's why I am doing my bottom. Don't forget to cover your bottoms. Get that glitter. See how I'm using the shaker is really close to my tumbler because I want a dense coverage. The denser you want it, a full coverage, when you want that dense full all over it, all up and around it. You're going to put the shaker really close to the tumbler, and you can put it in more of a parallel to the ground position. So after you get a good coverage at the bottom and a good coverage for like the first inch or so, then you want to start worrying about your ombre. Here I am doing an actual ombre. You see that difference? Now my tumbler is at an angle. That is a super important part. Make sure you angle your tumbler. You hold the glitter container up much higher, not close to the tumbler, but higher up in the air. And while you're applying it, your tumbler is going to be at an angle. I'm gonna show it to you again. I just have to put my glitter back in the container. Yo ho ho, glitter is expensive. Stop wasting your glitter. I don't know all these YouTubers that just boop 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 boop, and then I'll put it in my what's it called? They call it like everything but the kitchen sink, or in a mixed together. No, glitter is expensive. You're going to save that glitter. Same color of glitter you just used goes right back in the container. Beautiful. Now you can make multiple tumblers with that same glitter. Okay, now we're going into our next color. See, tumbler is at an angle, glitter shaker is up high, and even though I want my ombre to mix in the middle, I am not going to aim towards the area where I want it to start. I'm going to aim about 1/2 inch higher, because what I want is the fallout of my glitter to actually ombre down that tumbler. That's why it's at an angle. That's why I want my glitter shaker to be higher, so that as the glitter falls down, it's not falling down into like a thick line. It's actually going to just sprinkle. Think about it like if you have a really, I don't know, salt, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Why am I even trying to give you an analogy? Oh my gosh. No, think of glitter. How about that? Think of salt. What's wrong with me? Think of glitter. If you apply glitter to something really close to it, you're gonna get a big blob, right? Which is fine if we're going for a blob, but if we're going for a sprinkle, a little, you know, you're gonna aim high. That way what actually falls and touches the tumbler, it's going to be just a whisper of the glitter. You're whispering the glitter on. Whisper towards the bottom of the tumbler, which is really the top of the tumbler, but you're holding it at an angle, so it's gonna be the bottom when you're holding it that way. Okay, let's save our glitter. Again, I'm not rich, y'all. Are you rich? I don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe you can afford tons of glitter. Clearly I have a glitter problem. Why would I waste my supply? You don't waste your supply. Anyway, sorry, my bad. Here I'm just going back. So where the two colors met, where Maddison met with Amethyst from my glitter guy. Sorry, no, Mr. Fancy Pants. Where those two met, I did not like how the ombre that it gave me, so it's okay to go back and add a little bit more glitter of the other color. And in this one, you're actually gonna see me go back and forth quite a bit, because that lighter purple that I'm gonna go into next, it does not have the same coverage. It's a lighter color. It's actually a finer cut than the one that I'm using before it. So you have different cuts. Even fine, you can have a 0.08 or a 0.15. Okay, so here I want, again, my edge to be a nice solid coverage. So I'm holding my tumbler parallel to my surface, and I'm holding the glitter shaker really close. That way I get basically a whole bunch of glitter on it. I want a whole bunch of glitter, so I have a nice thick coverage, nice dense coverage. And here, when I want to ombre, get that angle. Drop the booty down, get the angle on your cup, and you're gonna bring that glitter hand up. And again, just a breath of glitter towards the color you're trying to join. And that's it, friend. That's all you gotta do. Now you're gonna pop, 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 ta, 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 ta. You wanna just get the excess glitter off so you can see what you're actually working with. Sometimes you'll have some glitter that kind of lingers on, but it's not really being held on there by the epoxy. That's why you want to tap in between glitter applications. So I'm looking at my tumbler, I'm not really in love with it yet. So I'm going to go back in with Mr. Fancy Pants, which is my middle color, Amethyst by Mr. Fancy Pants, and I'm going to go into that ombre one more time. And that's okay. It is not, there's no right and wrong. There's no rules of how many times you can go in with your glitter. You go back however many times you need to until you're happy with your breath of glitter, okay? With your glitter whisper. It's no longer an ombre. You're whispering your glitter. You're whispering this glitter onto your tumbler to achieve perfection. It is completely okay if you have to go back and forth between the ombre colors, even if it's just a 2-color ombre or it can be a 7-color ombre. Go back however many times you need to and step back, pull the tumbler a little bit further away from you, check it out. Now I like it. Now we can move on. Next step, I like to use triple thick glaze. Any clear spray will work. And now you are going to just spray your tumbler with just clear spray. That's going to make sure that your glitter stays put where it is. You keep that ombre how you wanted it. And we're going to make sure that whenever I apply my epoxy layer, I'm not gonna have runaway glitter everywhere. Okay guys, I've applied my epoxy. It's all done. I applied 2 layers of epoxy. I let the triple thick glaze dry for about 4 hours. Then I applied a layer of epoxy, let that dry overnight, mainly because it was nighttime and I went to bed. And then I applied a second coat of epoxy. And after that was dry, I sanded my tumbler. That's why it's looking a little funky right now. But then I'm going to work on my decals. So I wanted to do the exact same thing that I did 3 years ago. And at the end of the video, I'm going to post side by side so you can tell me, did my skills improve? I think they did. So check it out. Last time I did not even do an offset. I didn't even know what an offset was when I started. I had no idea what that was. Pretty sure I also did not know this way of weeding. So here what I'm doing is reverse weeding. You see how I took the little tiny spots, like the insides of the O's, insides of the D's, inside of like an E, A, G, D, B, any letters like that. You're gonna take out the itty bitty little insides of those. Then you're going to apply the transfer tape to the entire thing. After you apply the transfer tape to the entire thing, flip it, take off that backing, and then you're going to take off that big part of the vinyl, the big part, and that's basically reverse weeding. Any other parts that's like left over in there, all you have to do is you can pick it with your weeding tool. So here, this is how I like to eyeball it. I live on the wild side, you know, wild and free. Probably a better way to do this. Of course there is. Do I actually have the little cradle? Yes, I do. But am I gonna dig for it? No, I'm not. So I like to eyeball it. I like to look around my tumbler and see which is the side that I like best. Which side do I want to show off the decal on? So I found the side. I'm gonna apply it. And here I'm grabbing my Jack the Skellington. So I want this to be exactly on the back of my tumbler. So I see where my front decal is, and then I basically just follow that all the way back. See how I'm applying it, then I'm going back, and then I drape it over. Whoops, I lost an eyebrow. That's okay. I'm still gonna go with my plan. I'm still gonna apply my Jack the Skellington. We will come back. Nobody will be left behind, no eyebrow left behind. I'll come back for it. It's right there on the top. There we go. And I can just hand place it. So if anything goes wrong during your vinyl decal placement, don't worry. There's always a way to fix it. Even if I would have completely messed up the eyebrow, it's easy peasy to just cut out another, not cut off, jeez, just cut out another little eyebrow. Okay, once that is done, here I am weeding my itty bitty tiny little decal of my logo. I have been using this same exact logo since I started. I have built off of it. I've built more around it, but this is like my OG. This is the decal I've been using since the very beginning. So for me, it has a lot of sentimental value. I am gonna make sure it's aligned and in the middle. So I align it off of the main decal. I put it in the middle. I know a lot of people like to use clear printable vinyl or water slide for their decals on the bottom, for the logo decals on the bottom, but it just has sentimental value for me to put it with vinyl on the bottom of my cup. Now that you've applied all of your vinyl, all that's left to do is put our last layer of epoxy on. Now I want to show you my OG cup. This was the first, the inspiration. This started it all. There would be no KH without this cup. Peep that ombre, peep that vinyl work, peep, oh my God, look at this. And this is where we are now. Look at the difference, friend. Oh my God. This is insane. That's a 3-color ombre, and the difference, that smooth transition between colors. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you make something beautiful. I can't wait to see what you make with all this info. Please tag me on all social medias. TikTok is KH Creations Designs. My Instagram is at KH Creations Designs. My Facebook is KH Creations Designs. My Facebook group is KH Creations Designs Community. The website is khcreationsdesigns.com. Do you see a theme here? Please check it out. Subscribe to this if you want to see more of these type of videos. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what else do you need help with. Also on TikTok, I go live all the time if you want to see any of that. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon.